Hello, dear ones. It's me, Katerina Mestre, again. It's so nice to be here back talking to you. And I would like to talk about a very important topic today about healing. Now, looking at the world political situation, it's not getting us anywhere, preparing, to lead another third world war. And of course, as a mother of four children, as a single mum of four children, I'm very concerned about the situation that's going on in this world at the moment. And what I'd like to say is that we cannot create peace, if we are at inner war, in our psyche, yeah, with ourselves and with so many other people around us. Everything, that comes from the bottom of our heart and that is linked and connected and based on our heart energy, yeah, anything will be positive and will create a world of understanding, empathy, and peace. But in being, in competition with each other, as we are today, if you look at the political situation, we have Russia competing against the USA and USA competing against Russia. It's always been that way, actually, hasn't it? And this kind of mentality, creates wars because one wants to take over the other and one wants to be better than the other, and because there is only competition, and competition is nothing else but another synonym for war. So how can we transform this? There is something wonderful I want to tell you today. We can transform this, by being anchored in the Christ consciousness. Now, what is the Christ consciousness? The Christ consciousness is, a way of thinking and feeling, of empathy, of love. It is the well of love, the source of love, yeah, and understanding for us humans. It is where I see our future anchored and based on humanism. And humanism is to me very important because it is from there that we learn what it is to be and to live in a humane world, to treat each other with respect, with dignity, acknowledging each other's dignity, regardless of how you look like, regardless what ethnicity you have, what religion you have, what country you come from, etc. Religions have always created wars, but a Christ consciousness would never ever create war. A Christ consciousness is based on peace thinking thoughts, connected with your heart energy, which is anchored and based on love. We can create a world based on far more human understanding and respect. Because after all, and that's what I truly believe, what we really want is peace and to live in peace, and not to detest each other and create war and one war after the other, because that is not a solution to the problem. The solution to our problems is not to be controlled, lied to, manipulated by the politics of our modern days. The solution to a problem is acknowledging that every single human being who is born onto this planet Earth is born automatically with this Christ energy. It means that there is everything divine already, placed in you, in your soul, in your spirit, in your heart. And all you have to do is to activate that and to bring that forth with your presence, with your purified thoughts into this world. That is what will change this world for a better place to live in. But it is a collective matter. We can only do this collectively. The more people are aware of this, especially in these hard and difficult times, the more, we strive, to find empathy, understanding, respect for each other, the more we will be able to create a world of peace. And this is what I wanted to share with you today. I wish you a wonderful day, a wonderful sunny day, although it's cold here where I'm living. I'm living in Germany at the moment. I still wish you a wonderful day. By the way, for all of those who don't know where I come from, this might be interesting for you to find out. I'm half Bulgarian and my mum's Bulgarian and my father is from Mozambique. So I was born in Bulgaria, but I lived, in several different countries. I lived, in Africa, in Mozambique, Swaziland, Zimbabwe. I spent most of my life actually living in Germany. I lived for a very long period of time in Switzerland. I also lived in Colombia and in Costa Rica. So yeah, I've traveled quite a lot and was raised on 3 different continents. But, and maybe because of that, I'm so aware that being a human on this planet Earth means, yeah, that you have to have human thoughts. It is based on ethical and moral concepts. It is based on humanism. And that is what is important to me. Let us create by purifying our thoughts, by purifying our body, yeah, because our body, is the temple of our soul, yeah, and by using consciously this Christ consciousness, which is based on peaceful thoughts, on loving, on empathy, on respect for each other, in trying to understand that although we humans do have a hard time in this incarnation, and that although we're struggling, to make it sometimes through the day, that we still, deserve the best. So start wishing the best for each other, you know. Let us create a world consciousness that is based on this peaceful, loving thoughts. And use your heart energy to transcend this light you have got inside, this presence and divine presence that you too were born with into this world. Have a lovely Easter time. See you next time. Greetings from me. Bye bye.